Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is your friend Babak and joining with me is the head of faculty on board at Gyan Scholar, Mr. Pradeep Majumdar. So after a successful response from you all on our previous podcast show, we have come up with a new topic this week. So the topic that we have decided to talk about today is how to stay motivated all the time. So sir, you have been in this teaching profession since the last 41 years and personally speaking I have seen you preparing notes at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. So what keeps you motivated so much?
Passion. There is only what to describe. Motivation and passion are interrelated. As a teacher, I feel that passion and motivation have direct correlation. I want my students to succeed in life. So that is why I strive my best so that I can give them the best inputs which I have faced in life. Teaching is not just a profession actually. You must get job satisfaction from it. Unless you are a motivated teacher, you can't motivate your students to achieve the best in life. It is one of the toughest professions basically. Teaching is a very tough profession like doctors. The results are tough because only if your students succeed in life, then only you are a successful teacher. Otherwise you are a failure.
So sir, what do you mean by passion here? Since it's a very abstract topic, so can you give some out of the box context or something like that?
See, our life is like a chemical reaction. I teach chemistry also, you know. So passion is like a catalyst actually. It's like a spice, you know. We use masala in life sometimes. So passion keeps the rate of the reaction forward and reaches the ultimate result. Every human being has a goal or ambition in life. Goal and ambition are synonymous terms actually. And passion takes them towards that goal. You have to be passionate in life. The Hindi term is जुनून you can say. जिसमें जुनून होता है वही आगे बढ़ता है. Because a normal person who doesn't have passion can't reach that level of success. Life is a tough road ahead. It's like a river passing through gorges, mountainous terrains, plains, carrying silt with it, and ultimate the destination is the sea. So it changes its course sometimes, it doesn't follow the normal course, it's very tough. And passion is like a catalyst, you know, this word comes in chemistry, a thing which spurs on or enhances or strives for the betterment of a reaction, and that is passion.
So sir, don't you think that along with passion one should even visualize the results? Like I'll give you example of some of the people like Muhammad Ali or Cristiano Ronaldo, who are one of the great persons in the sports industry. Whenever there were some interviews, like Muhammad Ali used to, even before having his competition in the fight, he used to say that I'm going to show you how great I am. There was a time when Cristiano Ronaldo was asked questions in an interview along with his teammates. When the interviewer asked him, who is the best player in the world currently? Cristiano Ronaldo said, I'm the best. Where his own teammates at Manchester United in those days were laughing at him. But today we know he is the best in that business. So don't you think that visualizing the results is also one of the most important things?
It's true, it's very true. I think so. One of the biggest factors in motivating Cristiano Ronaldo was Sir Alex Ferguson. He was the main motivating factor. What Cristiano Ronaldo is today is all due to Alex Ferguson. Nobody will take it away from him. So sometimes in life, your teachers motivate you, and sometimes you self-motivate yourself. People who self-motivate themselves are greatest stars. If you watch Test cricket, you'll see Virendra Sehwag talking to himself in the crease.
Yeah.
So that is the best way of, you know, sometimes you get a very good zapper of a delivery and it whizzes past your nose and you talk to yourself, okay, come on, buck up, keep it on. So Virendra Sehwag, in earlier days it was Chris Sehwag, even Dhoni also, you see he's humming something to himself. Even during the overs, he keeps motivating his junior players. So motivation among sportsmen is the greatest. Film actors, scientists, they are the best motivators. They can motivate others, also they are self-motivators. So Isaac Newton, just imagine, the apple fell on his head and it motivated him to discover so many theories. So motivation is an instinct, is a born instinct in people. Some are born motivated and some have motivation thrust upon them, and some achieve motivation through the experiences of life. Motivation is a very hard term, and in this moment of pandemic, it will be a bigger term actually, because the history of the world may change, economy of the world may change, and many say that times keep rolling on. We have already faced two pandemics 200 years ago. One is the bubonic plague, we have faced Spanish flu, we have come out from it.
Yes.
And let's hope that we will come out from it again.
So, sir, how do you think motivation can be different for a 20 or 22-year-old boy who is going to start his own career, and similarly a person who is like in his 60s or mid 60s who is going to end his career?
It's like a winter morning actually. When you start your car with the ignition key, it takes 8 or 10 turns before it starts, So 22-year-old boy is like a car, actually, starting phase of a car. And once the ignition key is on and the car starts, the piston, the carburetor and the machine starts working and the car flows on the road and reaches its goal, rarely you find the car will stop actually. There is usually no breakdown unless the petrol stops. So a man reaching the last phase of his life, he knows actually what is ahead of him in life, what he has achieved. But the starting point of a boy, that is very important. And the starting point is the ignition key. A boy or a girl should get a start in life. I would not use this word employment, I would use work. Work is a better term. Employment looks very cheap nowadays actually. So the main purpose of the government, main purpose of the nation is to give work to the people. A boy or a girl who gets work is automatically motivated. And young generation people are hard working. Once they get work, they will have passion in life, they will be motivated. They are usually not corrupt. I will again add, they are never corrupt. They are raw, they are pure actually. And this is the stage where they have to be nurtured. Older people, they don't need motivation. So they see the whims and fancies of life and they have faced everything. They have seen good, they have seen better, they have seen best. So hardly they need any motivation in life actually. They have seen all the phases actually. So post 50 people don't need motivation. They lead rest in life. They work according to their own terms and conditions. So they don't need much motivation.
So you know that due to this coronavirus situation, the humankind is going through one of its very difficult phase. The stock markets all over the world have crashed. The businesses are running into losses and there is no jobs in the market. So how do you think a person can stay motivated in such a drastic and bad situation?
The coronavirus epidemic has opened some new avenues also actually. Countries like America will cut down H-1B visa. So many of the students passing out from IIM and IIT in future may not get job abroad as easily as they were getting earlier. So they will be more or less forced to work in India. I would suggest them that they should come up with novel ideas to create employment actually in India. India is a vast country and that is our biggest disadvantage. We are just 2% of the world's area and 17% of the world's population. This is a huge disparity. So creation of employment should not just rest with the government. Even young minds of the country, they can provide jobs. If they can start startups which are more labor intensive instead of being capital intensive, they can provide huge number of jobs in our country. These young minds are fresh, raw, talented, energetic, and they have got this what we call endurance. They can fight against all odds actually. So I would suggest them to come up with new ideas so they can provide employment to themselves as well as their countrymen. That would be a big boost to the economy in near future.
So with that said, we come to the end of our second podcast show. I hope you really liked the message that we wanted to share with you all. next week we'll be back with some new topic on our podcast show. Till then, do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.